Good morning. We're going to play some Parallax football this morning. I have rated the 1983 Raiders and the 1983 Washington Redskins. So I will roll for the offensive play for each team and who is getting the play. But we are going to play football. Excuse me. We're going to play Parallax football. This is the base version without the point of attack roll, and we will not use defense. So this is going to be straight, just roll for the offense and the play allocation, and we go from there. All right, so I've already set up the play log. It's 83 Raiders in Washington. Raiders lost the kick, coin flip. Washington chose to take the ball. First quarter, Washington returns the kickoff out to the 22. So against this Raider place kicker, so again, we look at the place kicker for the Raiders versus the kick returner for Washington, and that makes a 22 for Washington today. The Raiders will be returning it 25. So the Raiders have an advantage in both punt and, so the Raiders have the special team advantage in this game. All right, so let's go. We'll roll the ball, and I've got both Washington and the Raiders basically at 50% run pass. It's not quite 50% for either one of these teams, but it's close enough with using D6 that I'm going to make it a 50-50 roll. All right, Washington's first snap from scrimmage. And they're going to go run 3. That's going to be a run with Riggins. Riggins is rated, okay. Oh, by the way, so pregame, you're supposed to do all your matchups pregame, so you don't have to do it during the game. And Riggins rates out against the Raider defense a C. And the coverage for the Raiders really controls the receivers for the Skins. So anyway, Washington's looking at the C chart today. So Riggins is going to have a lot more room today against the Raiders running the ball, which was not unheard of. Riggins generally did find a way to create. So we got Riggins running the ball. Now we're going to go down to the C chart. We're going to roll. And Riggins, 46, is going to rumble for 7 yards. And that's it. We do not modify with defense. So it's going to be Rig, run 7 for second down. Washington, 2nd and 3. At their own 29. Very nice. What does Washington do on 2nd down? They're going to run 5. This time they're going to pitch it to Washington. And he's a B. So this ought to be interesting. And it's going to be 62. He's going to rumble for 4 on the first down. So Washington run for 4. And that's a first down. Washington Redskins start strong against the Raiders' own 33. And here we go. So it's basically very simple. Now, again, you can add offense-defensive roles. You can add offensive-defense effects. The game was designed really so you can solo play call without worrying about defenses. Defense is clearly baked into these ratings. So when you see these charts and you match the ratings up, we can see how the Raider defense is already faring. But if you want to play head-to-head or you want to introduce those key third down calls or those big goal-to-go situations, or you just want to see defense play a bigger role, then use the defensive roles as well. 61, so it's going to be a pass. So we go up here to the Redskins. A 6 is a P. It's a pass to 1. So we're going to be throwing the ball to Brown, D. So first, though, we got to complete the pass. And Theismann against the Raiders is a C. So we come up here to the C charts, and Theismann, does he complete the pass to Brown? 35. Whoops, that's completion. We got to go up here to the completion chart. 35 is complete to Brown, so he completes the pass. And Brown, 64, is an 11-yard strike. Look at this. So it's going to be Brown pass for 11. And the Washington Redskins with another first down already out to their own 44. Wow, looking good. All right, Washington's going to run with Riggins. So we're looking at the C charts on the run. Remember, I'm skipping the point of attack play. This is the first game I released. This is the game that I preferred that was published to give people the Parallax football in a tighter, easier to play game. After a few choice inquiries from subscribers and customers in emails, I decided to go ahead and also publish Parallax Football Original, which adds quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit. It adds enough that it complicates the game a little bit. All right, so 32 on the running play is going to be a run for 32, 1 yard. So Riggins for 1. Riggins run for 1. Washington Redskins, 2nd and 9. Own 45. Now this is where the Raiders got to bear down. It's going to be a run, Riggins. So they're going to run Riggins again. And Riggins for 1-4 is 1 yard. Riggins pounding the rock on 2 back-to-back carries. And the Raiders have shut it down, 3rd and 8 at their own 46. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to add +1 to the die roll for the pass play, being basically improving their chance to pass. And sure enough, it'll be a pass to 6. Oh, he's going to dump it down. So Theismann's passing to 6. Giaquinto, that makes sense. 3rd down, they're in a 3-receiver set. Giaquinto comes into the ball game as the H-back for that Washington Redskins offense. And Giaquinto is going to catch this. He is a D against the Raider coverage, but we're looking at C first to complete it. So we come up here to completion. And let's see if it can be completed. 26. 26 is complete. Giaquinto catches it against the Raiders linebackers on completion B. And 26, he's going to go for 7 yards. It's going to be Giaquinto for 7. Pass. Wow. Well, pass 7. Giaquinto pass 7. Washington Redskins, not enough. 4th and 1 for the Diesel. They're at their defenses. Let's see here. 47. Oh, 4th and 1. Man, a 7-yard pass out to Giaquinto against the Raiders. Rod Martin, and he gets 7, but he's held short. What do? In today's football, I believe teams with John Riggins would go for it today. Back in the day, they didn't, so we will punt. I feel like I'm cheating when I make this decision. You know what? Let's roll. If I roll a 5 or a 6, the Redskins go for it. No, they're going to punt. That makes sense. They're going to punt. Now, their punt net is pretty bad against the Raiders. It's going to be less than league average. So that means the Raiders. Let's put RA. There we go. 1st and 10. Pinned at their own 10. So that's actually a great play. The Raiders do have, I think I could have chanced returning that for a touchdown. Yeah, punt return B, I could. Now, if I roll a 66, he could take it back to the house. I don't think he would try here. They would tell him, listen, fair catch this, plant your heels at the 10. If it comes down at the 10, catch it. If not, let it bounce. And definitely not going to try to risk a fumble here. So, no, the Raiders would have elected to fair catch this. All right, so it's 1st down for the Raiders. All right, the Raiders, let's take a look at our ratings. The Raiders, Plunkett rates out a C today. Allen is rating out a D, so he didn't improve. And their run defense brought Hawkins and Pruitt down to B's. Pass receiving, though, although we are better here. We did come down, but we are better than our opponent. And again, Guy is a 40. So that's that's a very strong, because that's the actual net. And Barr getting a good advantage here in the kickoffs. All right, so let's go ahead and find out what the Raiders do. Again, we're using a 50-50 play call for both these teams. The Raiders are going to pass the ball. So Plunkett drops back looking for Branch, I believe. Todd Christensen, C. So here we go. We got to complete it. Plunkett drops back looking for Todd Christensen. And it's going to be 63. 63 is complete to Todd. And Todd is a C. The completion chart C, 16, 6 yards. So quick strike to Todd Christensen. pass for 6. Nice. The Raiders prefer to go deep. 2nd and 4, that's what they do. They pound the rock. They like to throw the ball deep. But from their own 10, a little play action, I can just see them quickly swinging Christensen into the flat to buy room. There it is, folks. What will the Raiders do? They're going to run. Oh, but they're not running Marcus, so they run Pruitt. So for some reason, Allen's lined up in this as a fullback here, and they hand it off to Pruitt, which is a good call versus with a B. So Pruitt's going to get this action. I love that. And Pruitt's running the ball. 23 is going to be a run for 1 yard. Pruitt hammered. Pruitt run for 1. The Raiders looking now at 3rd and 3. They should have run Allen. However, it didn't happen. Their own 17. Can the Raiders get the first? We're going to roll, and it's short yardage, so if there's a run here, I wouldn't be shocked by the Raiders inside their own 20. So I'm going to roll normally. And it is a run for, oh, they're going through it again. So for some reason, they're using Allen as a decoy. And I don't blame them because Pruitt's a B-rated player here. Actually, I think he's a C, though, in the game. Right? No, he's a B in the game, so come on. And 22, not good enough. He gets a yard. Look at this. The Washington defense holds strong. 4th and 2. At their own 18, and Ray Guy will punt the ball away. And again, Nelms does not have a return. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Look at this, but they're going to win this advantage. They're at the 42, own 42. That's actually good for Washington as they control the field position. And there it is, folks. Raiders have to punt. All right, will they get the diesel going? Nope. 66, drop back pass. It is Theismann drops back, looking at the C charts, and he's looking for Giaquinto. So they got Giaquinto in the game again. And we're looking at the C chart for completions. And it's going to be 16 is incomplete. So we just put here incomplete pass. Washington, not good. You never want to start a drive with nothing. It's just not done. It's not what you want. All right, they're they're going to run. This time they're running, though, 5. They're running Washington, who's a B. Good call. So this is a pitch out. This makes total sense. Washington on the pitch out. And 34. This could be decent. 2 or 3 yards on a B chart. Run B. Run B. 34 is going to be a run for 3 yards. Washington, run for 3. Washington Redskins, 3rd and 7 at their own 45. We're going to pass. I'm not even going to roll for this. I'm going to pass. We're looking at the C charts, but who are we going to pass to? We're going to be passing to Brown. There he is. He's a D, though, against this Raider coverage. So CD, we're looking at C completion. 52, 5-2 is complete. So Brown's going to make this catch. We're looking at the D charts on his completion. And 23 is going to be 4 yards. Not enough, Brown. Pass for 4. And Washington Redskins, though, quick turn-in button hook. And he thinks he can break from coverage, and the Raiders quash it. And there is no breakaway run there. Brown makes the catch. It is 4th and 3 at the 49, and they will punt. 37. And it's going to be the Raiders again, 1st and 10. Let's see here. At the, whoops. Gee, many Christmas. Okay. 50. God, come on, Jay. 50 minus 36. 14. God, I couldn't do the math in my head. My coffee hasn't set in yet. Raiders get the ball again. They're hurting as they are being kept pinned. This time I could make a run for it. Yeah, we're going to let Pruitt try to return this for a touchdown. If I roll a 66, it's a touchdown. If I roll an 11, it's a fumble lost. It's a muffed punt. And 55. Nope, he does not go for a touchdown. All right, so the Raiders, here we go. What are we doing? It's going to be a pass to 4. So the Raiders roll a 6, so it's going to be a pass play. We're looking at that 6th digit. And 4, it's going to be a pass to Branch. Hot damn. Raiders finally open it up. We're going deep. Nice. And 35 on C, completion. Come on, baby. Passing play 35 is complete to Branch on a B. Come on, baby. And it is 44. 44 is 6 yards. Dang it. So Branch on a quick out. Branch, 6-yard pass. Whoops, pass for 6. And it's going to be the Raiders again opening up with a quick pass against this defense, expecting to buy room, and they're out to the 20. Unfortunately, they haven't opened it up yet. I thought they might go deep, but Branch uses his speed and then does a button hook. So you drive that cornerback till he swivels his hips, and you stop, you come back to the ball, and Branch steps out of bounds with a completed pass, 2nd and 4. And the Raiders are going to run. Oh, we're not running Allen yet. Allen has yet to touch the ball. 5 is Hawkins. Fullback dive. Hawkins on the B chart. Nice. Isn't it a bad call? Run Hawkins. 32. It's going to be a run for 1. Damn. Run for, what did I say? 32. Run for 1. Damn. Raiders, remember, we're not, because defense is baked into the ratings, we don't have to use defensive modifiers. Good if you're playing head-to-head, or good if you want to add, you want to add drama, etc. But, damn it. First, the 21. All right, Raiders, we're going to add 1 to the passing number, see if the Raiders open it up. And nope, the Raiders are going to run Allen. Here he is, finally. Marcus Allen is going to get the run. And Allen is looking, this is the problem. Allen rates out poorly on the season, but against this defense stays the same. Allen did not have a great average. He had 1,000 yards, and he obviously had a brilliant Super Bowl, but he did not dominate for the Raiders. He was an average back as far as stats. All right, here we go. What do the Raiders do? Come on, we need... So he can't break it away against Washington. He won't break away much all year. So the Raiders want to roll. We need more than 3. So we want to roll high. Nope. Snake eyes. It's going to be a fumble loss. So that's not good. Fumble lost. Marcus Allen may have just screwed the pooch. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this would actually start the 2nd quarter. Wow. 2nd quarter. Washington Redskins 1st and 10 at the Raiders 21. That's unfortunate. Allen. So what does Washington do? They're going to pound it with John Riggins. Here we go. Riggins. And Riggins, again, against this defense, is having a pretty good chance today. C. And we're not using point of attack. That would always add a potential 1 more yard or 2 more yards to good running teams. 54. He's going to rumble, though, for 5 yards. There it is. Riggins. Run for 5. Uh-oh. The Redskins, 2nd and 5 at the defense's 16. And we're going to pass, drop back pass, looking for Giaquinto again. You've got to be kidding me. Looking at the C, I would not be putting the ball in the air if I had Riggins. 34. 34 is going to be complete. Complete to, and we're looking at Giaquinto. Completion, 62. Quinto, 7 yards. Giaquinto having a pretty good day. So they got a matchup against the Raider linebackers. They like Giaquinto. Pass for what I roll, 62, 7 yards. Not bad. Giaquinto gets him a 1st down. Washington Redskins, 1st and goal at the defense's 9-yard line. Uh-oh, Raiders. It's going to be Riggins. Oh, hell. They're going to hand it to the Diesel. Riggins. Big John. I love John Riggins. I love the Redskins of this era. I love Joe. Joe Gibbs is my favorite coach of all time. And Riggins, I just love this Washington team. Everything about them was right. Riggins going to pound the rock on a C here. And 53. 53 is 3 yards. Riggins lowers his head, run for 3. It's going to be the Washington Redskins. 2nd and goal at the defense's 6-yard line. It's going to be, it's going to be a run, but it's Washington. So they sub in the quick back, the scat back. Washington comes in. He's on the B chart. I think he's on the B chart. Yep, B chart. And this could get him in the end zone. 24. 24 is 2 yards. Run for 2. Okay. And run for 2. And it's going to be the Washington Redskins. 3rd and goal from the defense's 4. All right, 3rd and goal from the defense's 4. They could still run or pass. So I will roll. Yeah, I was thinking we'd just run, but there's no way. They could still play action. They got plenty of space to call a play action pass. And it will be indeed that, a play action pass, 64. So he's going to drop, he's going to play action and roll out, looking at the C charts, and he's throwing for 4. 4 is tight end Warren on the F charts. So we're looking at C for the completion. Oh my God, don't tell me they're going to throw a touchdown to Don Warren. 25 is complete. Warren sneaks outside the Raiders linebackers. The Raiders in man-to-man. They do a little slide brush pattern and bumps Rod Martin off the coverage. However, folks, he is a F receiver against this coverage. So they bumped Martin enough they completed it. However, they didn't bump Martin enough to maybe hold up the yardage. 32 is 4 and a touchdown. There it is. Don Warren. Theismann. 4-yard pass to Warren. Oh, man. And the PAT, I think we're going to have to roll for Mosley's a B. So I don't think we have to roll. Let's double check our rules. I think the PAT here is automatic. B, yep, it's good. So the PAT is good. And look at that. PAT. And folks, it's going to be the Raiders. 1st and 10 on the kickoff. And we are at the 25 on our kick returns against this coverage. So the Raiders, and this would be point off turnover because of the fumble. Point off turnover because Marcus Allen fumbled the ball. And then starting the second, Riggins 5, Giaquinto 7, Riggins 3, Washington 2, Theismann 4-yard strike to Warren. And oh my, it is Washington 7. Washington Redskins 7. LA 0. There it is. All right, Raiders, here we go. What are we going to do? We're going to pass 66. Dang it, too bad that ain't the actual yardage. 66 is going to be a pass by Plunkett to Marcus Allen out of the backfield. Okay, we're looking at the C charts for completions. Come on, and it's going to be 33. 33 is complete. Marcus Allen on the D charts. Come down here, and it is going to be 45. Come on, Marcus. 45 is a 9-yard pass. So it's going to be Allen pass for 9. Nice. That's how you use a back, baby. 2nd and 1 at the offense's 34-yard line. The Raiders. We're going to roll. It's going to be pass to 1. Looking for Branch. Pass the Branch. We're looking at the C chart. 16, not good enough. Where is it at? 16, I don't think it's going to be good enough on the C chart. Incomplete. Dang it. And so we took a shot. Incomplete pass. Raiders in 3rd one. We will run on their own 34. And I'm just going to call the run play. Who's going to get the run? It's going to be, oh my God, 6. 6 is Pruitt. They're giving the ball to Pruitt. Again, behind Marcus Allen as the fullback. Pruitt's going to get the ball. It's not actually a good call because it's the B chart. So it actually improves our odds of getting 112. Shit, nowhere. Pruitt. Pounded. Marcus Allen cannot get a block. And the Raiders, you've got to be kidding me. 4th and 1 at their own 34. Punt. Damn. Washington Redskins, 1st and 10. at their own, let's see here, that's 73-23. I don't, that would be 74, so they would have the ball at the 26. Is that right? Yep. 74. Yep. 26. Wow. The Raiders get a brilliant pass. They then try to take a play action bomb. It's incomplete. Or they try to throw it to Allen deep down the field. And Allen caught a lot of long balls in his career. And then Pruitt behind Frank Hawkins and Marcus Allen cannot get the yardage. And guy has to punt. Washington is going to pass the ball to 1. So Washington, Theismann is dropping back, and 1 is Brown. Damn, looking at the D. So C and D. It's going to be 56 complete. 5-6 is complete. And we're looking at the D charts as we're looking for Brown. And it's going to be 53. It's going to be an 8-yard strike to Brown. So we're going to go Brown. So another quick out route. Pass for 8. And Washington is looking really good here. 2nd and 2. Own 34. All right, here we go. We're going to pound it. Nope. Drop back pass looking for 5. Drop back pass looking for Washington out of the backfield. F. Drop back pass looking for F. Looking at the C passing chart. It's going to be 25. 25 is complete right on the edge. Out in the flat on the edge. Complete to Washington, but he is an F. And 66. That's going to be 17. Thank God he's an F. Folks, let's double check. Washington's reception, F against our coverage. So if Washington was facing a worse coverage on a D, would have been a long play. But he's an F against our coverage. 66 is 17. That's still a nice gain. So it's going to be Washington. Pass 17 yards. So fortunately, the Raider coverage keeps him from going the distance. 1st and 10. Not the distance, but for a big gain. 17, that's, let's see here, that's 44, 51. That's going to put him at the Raiders 49. Defense's 49-yard line. Damn. Washington catches the ball out of the backfield for Theismann. 46. It's going to be a run, but it's not. So no, it's going to be a pass. 4 to 6. Giaquinto. Wow, they have found holes against the Raiders. And it is completed. 64. And Giaquinto on the C is a 13 on C. 13, catch for 2. Giaquinto out of the backfield. He dumps down for a quick pass to Giaquinto. 2-yard pass. Washington Redskins, 2nd and 8. At the defense is 47. Washington threatening here, man. And it's going to be 53. It's going to be a pass to 3. It's going to be a pass to Art Monk. Man, I love Monk. Art Monk, pass to Monk. Is it complete? 22. 22 is incomplete. Finally. Incomplete pass. Theismann has had a good day. But they go for the man. You know who's covering him. That is Lester Hayes. Or Mike Haynes, probably, actually. Mike Haynes being the better actual Hall of Fame. Lester, my favorite player of all time. But Haynes is in the Hall of Fame. D 47, because that was incomplete. It is 3rd and 8. What are they going to do? I'm going to add 1 to the number. It's going to be a run. Washington, I think. 5. Yep, they're running Washington. That's not a bad call. B. So it's a draw play. And I added 1 to it, and they still run the ball. So they definitely wanted to run here. So run on the B charts. Not a bad call. They want to roll a 66, get a breakaway. And they're going to get 41. 41 is a run for 1 yard. So draw play doesn't work. Run for 1. They're setting up the punt. Washington, 4th and 7. At the defense is 46. And that's actually not bad because the punt of 37. Do I want to return this for a touchdown? Let's do it. If I roll a 66, we take it back to the house. No, 14. Nope. So the Raiders will field it. 1st and 10. At our own 11. Defense, own 11-yard line, right? Yeah. Oh, come on, Jay. 46 minus our own 9. Yeah, see? This is why I have to do the math. My brain ain't working right now. Our own 9-yard line. Okay, here we go. What do the Raiders do? We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 4th possession. Again, as I state in the book, if you want full regulation games, you can use higher possessions, or you could just use ticks. Again, I don't mind if they're slightly lower scoring when I do these YouTube videos. So I just want people to see how the game works. 62 is going to be a pass for the Raiders, and they'll be looking for Todd Christensen. So the Raiders passing on the C chart. And it's going to be 25. 25 is complete. So Todd Christensen out in the flat. And Christensen is looking at the... Todd Christensen looking at the C chart for the completion. Come on, baby. Let's get a big number here. 22. Nope, not good. 22. 4-yard pass. No, 3-yard pass. Looking at the C chart, 3-yard pass, right? 22. Yep, okay. So Chris, a 3-yard pass. And the Raiders, again, quickly just trying to buy room out away from the goal line, away from their own goal line, out to the 3. And they're going to pass it again to 3. Todd Christensen again. Yep, they're going to pass to Todd. So second pass out to Todd. It's going to be 45 is complete. And 36, 36 is a pass for 11 and a first. There we go. So the Raiders now softening up for 11 yards pass, softening up that coverage and trusting their quarterback to not do anything stupid at the 23-yard line. Raiders getting it out of the shadow of their own goalpost. There we go. It's going to be a run for 6. For the Raiders is Pruitt. Man, Pruitt is getting something. They saw something in the game plan footage preparing. Well, and again, I don't blame him tactically with a B result. And he's going to rumble for 65. There we go, 7 yards. Pruitt finally, run of 7. As the Raiders have softened him up front. And we're out to the 30 now. Very nice. Good job, Pruitt. It's going to be a pass to 6. That's Marcus Allen out of the backfield. So pass is 4 right here. The 4th pip is a pass at Plunkett starting. And 6 is Pruitt. 6 is Marcus Allen out of the backfield. So F, we're going to look at C for the completion. And it's going to be 36. 36 is complete to Marcus somewhere around the left hash mark. And we're going to be looking at the F gain against this defense. Marcus Allen, 15 is going to be a catch for 3 yards. Allen, 3-yard pass. Not bad. We'll take it. Raiders, 3-yard pass, a first down. 1st and 10 at their own 33. Okay, it's going to be a run. Marcus Allen. All right. So Allen now, maybe Allen will get into the game here. And we are using the D chart for Allen. He cannot break it for the big gain. 23. Allen lowers his head, rumbles for 1. Damn. Run 1. Not good. Raiders. 2nd and 9. They're keying the hell out of our guys. 34-yard line. Oh, Marcus Allen. It's going to be Allen getting the ball again. And 53 is going to be a run for 3 yards. Run 3 yards. Whoops. And it's going to be Raiders. 3rd and 6 at their own 37. What the hell my brain's doing here? All right, we're going to add 1 to our pass chance. And yes, he's going to drop back and pass to Todd Christensen. So we're looking for Todd. And 12 is a bad number. We're going to, I think, get sacked or throw a pick here. We're looking at the C chart. And it is 1-2. So 1-2. Sack. Down goes Plunkett. Loss of 4. -4. Raiders. Oh, man. 4th and 10 at their own 33. And they have to punt 40. And this, I think, is the final possession. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, this will be the final possession of the first half. 1st and 10. at the 27. Own 27. Washington holding steady here. Has scored on short field thanks to a Marcus Allen fumble at the end of the first quarter. But since then, it's been all defense. 32 is going to be a run to Riggins. So Riggins getting the rock on the C chart. Pounding the rock on the C chart. And 36, he's going to rumble for 4. Riggins, 4-yard run. Run for 4. There we go. I'm trying to be consistent in how I track these. Own 31. Oh, it's going to be run Riggins. They're pounding the rock here late in the half. Run 4. 42, 2 yards. Riggins runs for 2. Washington Redskins, 3rd and 4. Not afraid to pound the rock with Riggins. I'm going to add 1 to their pass chance. Nope. Running Riggins. You got to be kidding me. 3 carries in a row for the Diesel. Let's see if he can convert. 16. Running C, 16 is 2 yards. Riggins run for 2. Not enough. Washington Redskins, 4th and 2. Their own 35. Punt 40. And the Raiders will attempt to return it for a touchdown to wrap up the half. And it's going to be 34 no. So it would be punt of 40 net, and that's it. The first half would come to an end. 3rd quarter, and there it is, folks. It will be 0-0, and Washington scored 0 and 7. And again, as you can see, the game was designed for full regulation play. If we're not getting enough plays, we're going to have lower scores. But again, for YouTube, I try to keep things short and sweet. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 38 plays. We should have 60. So, again, if you do regulation, this is total plays from scrimmage, 38, and it should be 60 on average in an NFL game, more like 64 in today's NFL. So this is why you'd want to use regulation ticks, or you want to use closer to 6 possessions per quarter. That would get you closer to 60 plays per half. So anyway, obviously, if we had another 12 plays, 22 plays, what is that? Geez, my brain does not want to do math today. 38, 22. So, or I don't trust my brain. Another 22 plays, we might have a little more scoring here, right? So there you have it, folks. Riggins has had a pretty good day. Let's take a look. Riggins was 7, 8, 9, 9, 14, 50, 60, 17, let's see here, 18, 19, 20, 21. So he's got 21 yards rushing and about, I would say about 7 or 8 carries, right? So not bad. Allen didn't get to carry the ball much, fumbled the ball away once. Pruitt for the Raiders had 1-2. For some reason, they're featuring Pruitt. Pruitt has 1-2. Man, Pruitt, not great. 9 yards for Pruitt. So Riggins has more than double of Pruitt. Marcus Allen in the first half has 1 carry for a fumble, so 0. 1, 4. Marcus Allen has 4 yards rushing and a fumble lost. He has caught a couple of passes. Washington caught a 17-yard pass. Don Warren on a play action at the 4 caught a touchdown. And that's where the game is 7-0. All right, this is 40 minutes. That's more than enough. Thank you for watching. Again, this has been Parallax Football. This is the first book release that you can get in ebook. This version is available in ebook for a couple of dollars, $5, something like that. All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.